Hey there, Tracy here, Imagine Artist in Residence. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this card, and it's way simpler than it looks. We're just going to be using two VersaMark inks and our imagination. So let's go ahead and jump in. And here are some of the supplies I'm using today. I'm using some glittery paper, and it's kind of almost an off-white. And then I've got some regular white paper. I've got my VersaMark in Ocean Breeze. It's kind of hard to see, or Sea Breeze. Kind of hard to see here. There we go. Because it's so light in color. And Turquoise Gem. And I'm just going to be using those two colors. I pulled out this VersaFine Clair, but I decided not to use it. Need a blending brush, a splattering brush. I'm using some white paint and a distress water sprayer. And I'll also be using some Vellum. And then I've got a cover plate die of snowflakes, and then I have a die of deer, and then I have these word dies. And I'm going to be using the Let It Snow die, because it turns out Hello Winter was just a little bit too big. So we're going to start by making our piece that's going to be our cover plate. And I'm going to start out with my lighter color, and I'm going to zoom in here for you so you can see, and I'm just going to randomly add color swirls here and there. Nothing needs to be perfect here. It is a snowy background, and we don't need it to be perfectly uniform. In fact, we don't want that. So once I've got the lighter color down, now I'm going to go into my darker color using the same brush, and I'm just going to dab the darker color in and fill in the spaces, and I'll still even leave a little bit of white space. Not a bunch, but a little bit. Because again, we are going to be cutting this out. And then I'll remove it from my little sticky mat here. And then I'm going to take and spray my water onto my mat and then tap water on it. Now the paper that I'm using isn't super water friendly. It's like really thirsty. And so it sucks in that water pretty quickly, but it's still giving me the effect that I want. I'm just going to go in a little bit heavier. And that's just going to change the dynamic of the ink. I'll go ahead and wipe this off and then just kind of dab off the excess water. And you can see there that because of the type of paper, kind of gives this little weird warty effect. So I will dry this. I'll heat dry it a little bit, but before I do, I'm going to add my paint. And so I use the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White, and I'm just going to put a little bit in my splat box, and then I'm going to give it a squirt of water or so, and then just get my brush nice and wet and tap that paint on there. And then we want that to dry, and I'll heat dry it off camera. So that's dry and ready to go. So now I can cut it out with my cover plate. And I'm just going to grab the cover plate, and I do like to tape it on. Just so it doesn't shift when I'm cutting it. And for best results with a cover plate like this, if you have a Sizzix machine, which is what I have, it's a Vagabond, or a Vagabond 2 to be exact, the Tim Holtz. I use the Chrome Precision plate. It just cuts better when you've got little intricate cuts, and this does have some intricate little snowflake cuts. So I've got that cut out off camera. Notice I've saved my snowflakes. And I'm going to back that with my glitter paper. Let's just make sure everything's poked out. And I'm going to add glue all over. This is the part that takes the longest, because you want to make sure that every piece is glued down. But I'm not getting super close to my little stars. Just, you know, kind of just circling, or snowflakes, but just kind of circling around them, getting the glue on, because I need to work rather quickly. This is a quick drying glue, so I don't want the bottom half to dry up on me while I'm working on the top half, or vice versa. So I'm working fairly quickly getting my glue on. Alternately, you could use a piece of double-sided sticky paper and stick it down to the paper before you cut it out, but I do not have a lot of luck with that. What happens to me is it doesn't cut all the way through. So I'm just going to lay something heavy on there and wait for that to dry, because it is on glittery paper. And once it's dried, I'm going to go ahead and just trim off the excess here. And I'm trying to get it even. It's nothing that I do in life is even. It's just a matter, it's a fact, and I'm okay with that. But I'm going to get it as even as I can possibly get it so that there's nothing sticking out. And there we have our background piece. And that will fit on an A2 card base. So I'm going to use a blue A2 card base, and that's 4¼ by 5½ in case you didn't know. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick this down to the front so it has some time to dry. Okay, and just get it even with that line and make sure it's even on all sides and that you don't see any of the bottom part of the card sticking out. And then if there's any part of that sticking out, you can trim it later. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out my 2 deer that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to do those on some white paper. So they were, initially I was going to color them with the VersaFine Clair, but I decided to keep them white. I just felt like I liked white better, so there's that. You could do anything you wanted. You could do them black like silhouettes. You could do them in the same glitter paper. Just do you. And see, these little intricate cuts work way better on the chrome precision plate, but you know, I did want to do some cutting for you on camera. I typically don't because I take it over to my Vagabond that doesn't have a camera attached to it. I'm just using my pokey tool to kind of separate the parts that didn't quite cut. So now I've got a piece of that leftover glitter paper, and I'm just trimming myself a little wavy hill here because they need to stand on something, and just kind of deciding how much I need of it, and then I'll just trim that off, and then I'll glue that down to the panel here, and whatever's hanging off I'll trim off later. So I'm going to use again my liquid glue. Just make sure that it's fully glued down, and it'll glue down fine because most of the paper that you're seeing is not glitter paper. It's that background paper that we colored in earlier. So I'm just going to press that down, and I'm going to take my scissors and trim it off, and then I'm going to trim off the excess that I see hanging over here. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want to. If you're a little neurotic like me, you're going to. And then I'm just going to stick my deer down, and I'm going to need to pop those up a little bit on some paper because now we're on 2 different heights of paper. So I'm just going to use some little scraps of paper, and I just made a mark with my tweezers so I can see where I need to add paper. I'm just going to trim little strips and then just glue them down to parts of the deer so that the part that is sticking up over the top of the snowy hill is more even with the snowy hill, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. I hope it does. And I'll just trim this little excess off. There we go. So there you see it sits more evenly. And I'm not going to worry about the antlers. They can sit down a little bit because there's no way I'm getting a piece of paper in those antlers. Alternately, you could cut several layers and then trim off how you want it, but that's how much time do you want to spend making a card? It depends who you're making the card for, I guess I'd have to say. So I'm going to go ahead and bulk up this guy too, and there I'm just showing you that I was going to color them, but I changed my mind. You can do that as a crafter, change your mind. Just in case you thought you couldn't, you sure can. Okay, we're going to put the grazing deer, the deer that's hunting for food in the snow. I don't think he's going to find any, but yeah. I think these 2 guys are brothers. Okay, we'll lay this one down. And then I'm going to add some glitter to these deer, and I'm going to show you 2 ways. Because I want more glitter, because you can't have enough glitter. It's snowy and icy, and we want cold. And so I've got there my Clear Rock candy glitter. You could use any glitter you wanted. Silver would be pretty. Use what you want. And what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for my little glitter glue pen. And I don't have a lot of success finding There she is. It's a quickie glue pen. And I'm just going to start coloring with the pen. I'm just going to make sure that glue is coming out of it. And I'll just start coloring little deer with the pen. But you can only do a little bit at a time because this stuff dries really quickly. And so, you know, you do a little bit, you add your glitter, do a little bit more, add your glitter. And it's kind of a long method, but it's a method, and just for future reference, this thing is great for like adding just little dots of glitter and things. And then I'm just going to pour glitter over the part that I did and tap it off, and then I can complete that just by adding more of the glue pen where there isn't any glitter. And it doesn't have to be perfectly 100% covered, and you could do it in advance too, but this is another thing where I change my mind. So next, I'll show you a different way, and I have these little silicone brushes, and I'm just going to take a little bit of my glue, and I'm going to find something to pour it out on that it doesn't soak completely into. So I'll just grab my little mat here, and I'll take my little silicone brush, and I'll just cover my deer in the glue, and then add my glitter as I go. Still working quickly and doing it in sections because this glue dries pretty quickly too. If you have a slow drying glue, then you can just coat the whole thing. But this glue dries really fast, especially in a thin coat like that. So I'm just going to sprinkle my glitter on. I can see there's a little spot that I missed. So I can just add a little bit of glue there and sprinkle some more glitter on. And then I'll just pour my glitter back into my container. That's the beauty of having a wide mouth container for your glue or for your glitter. I still spilled some, and I'll clean that up because it will drive me crazy when I'm looking at it in the video. I'm just weird like that. But first, let's do some more cutting. So I am going to use the Let It Snow, and I'm going to use its shadow layer, and I'll cut that shadow layer out of the, see, I'm checking size here. I was going to do Hello Winter. Let It Snow is going to fit better. So I'll grab that and the shadow layer, and I'll cut that out of white and the shadow layer out of some vellum. And I think I'm going to do that mostly off camera. Let's go ahead and clean this up. And I just wanted to show you that I throw a little hand sanitizer on there and then wipe it off, and it picks up with a paper towel, and it picks up the glitter very nicely because this is a silicone mat, and glitter loves to stick to silicone. It's very hard to clean off. And let's go ahead and clean off that glue while we're here. All right, enough cleaning here. Let's get back to the video. All right, so what I wanted was to have it clean enough to color my Let It Snow before I cut it out. I was going to do it after, and I changed my mind, and I'm going to do the exact same method that I did before, which is just color parts of it with the lighter color and then go in with the darker color, and just making sure I have a piece big enough to cover it all. And just like that. I'm not even going to use water on this one or splatter it. I'm just going to cut it out just like that. So I've got it all cut out here, and I'm just going to poke it out of its little home here. And then I've got the shadow layer cut out of some vellum. So I'm going to just glue that directly down to the vellum. And I'm just adding dots of glue. And this is my PVA glue. It dries a little bit slower than art glitter. It's about the same as Barely Arts as far as dry time goes. I'm just going to lay that down onto the shadow layer, making sure all the letters are where they're supposed to be, because they do get bendy on you when you're pulling them out of the you know, when you're weeding them out. And I'll just put a little dot of glue and add my tittle to my eye. That's ready to go. Now I'm going to pop parts of that up on some foam tape just so that it stands out a little bit from the background. And I can only put foam tapes in the wider spots, so that's what I'm doing. Just choosing the wider spots and letting it just kind of hang anywhere where it's not wide enough to support that foam tape, because I don't know of any company so far that makes a thinner one. I hope someday, but that day is not today. And trying to trim this stuff down to thinner, yeah, there's a good risk you're going to cut your finger. So I'm just putting, little pieces where I can fit them. We can get some on that S there. And this foam tape isn't sticky on both sides, so you need to use glue to stick it down, and that's fine. I like it that way, because that way it's bendy. So that's going to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'll go ahead and add my glue. Just to the foam tape, obviously you don't need to add it anyplace else. And I'll stick that down, and it won't impact the vellum at all. Now I'm going to make sure that's nice and straight on there. Typically what I'll do is use my guide and then look at my camera. And then I'm going to take the couple of the little snowflakes and fill in those holes on the let and the snow with the little snowflakes. And I'll add some white pen embellishment. I'm thinking of adding another snowflake, but I changed my mind as far as the bigger ones. But I'm going to put a smaller one right in the middle of the E. Just right there. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my white gel pen, and this is my number 10. And make sure that it's going, and I do that by drawing on my hand. And I'm just going to kind of highlight here the little snowflake. And then I'm going to highlight my little letters. And the trick here, especially when you're doing it over an ink that is more of a pigment ink, is to use a very light hand. Because the harder you press down, it kind of, I don't know, something happens to the roller and it stops going. So just use a super light hand. I'm just kind of making little highlights where I feel like highlights should be. You can see in some areas it doesn't want to draw on, and that again is because I've used a pigment ink. So there's the card. It's ready to go. I hope you liked the video and enjoyed the process. We just used 2 colors of ink and some specialty papers, and there's the card. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and I will leave all the links that you need listed in the description down below. And here's a couple of still photos. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time we upload a new video. Thanks, bye!